Hi everyone, using my desktop, I'm going to show you some of these things that we've been talking about today so that you have a better idea once you get into your course. So as you can see, I'm on my navigation page. I'm in my courses for this fall. These are the classes I'm teaching, but we're going to go into one of my courses. So I'm going to click on here. And this is my student view. So this is what you would see once you logged into the class. The way that I set up my courses, and again, I've probably said it a zillion times, my courses may be completely set up differently than another instructor's. So I can only use my examples, but just know that everything that we do, it's exactly the same. It just might be set up differently. Maybe your instructor does your course content first. I always do it with announcements, so it's the first thing that my students see. Once I'm in here, I can see my announcements. Now, if an instructor, for example, decides to not have announcements be the first thing, you can come over to this toolbar and you'll see that they're each sectioned out into different things. And so right now in this video, we're going to talk about our instructor and course information. So under announcements, if I click it, again, it will take me straight to the announcements page. And that's where instructors will send out pretty much broadcast messages to the class for you to follow. I always recommend that you check this a couple times a day, not a day, I'm sorry, a couple times a week to make sure that you are not missing any announcements, as if like the instructor is sick and you're going to have a sub, an assignment gets changed, a classroom gets changed, things like that. Also, you can use with these announcements and so forth. One of the things I also can recommend to my students is when I send out an announcement, I also send it so that it will email to my students. So if you do set up your triton.edu email, in your email box or on your phone or whatever with notifications, that's another way that you can do it without having to always go into Blackboard into the announcements. The next thing I want to talk about is this course information right here. This class that I'm showing you happens to be an online class. So I have a lot more information that you would probably have in a face-to-face class. So just keep that in the back of your mind. When I go in here, I personally do a welcome video, but what I want to focus on is this course information and syllabus. Under here, you'll have your class syllabus. A class syllabus basically is everything. I always call it the roadmap of my course. It's everything. It has my policies in there. It has the college's policies, and I'll open it up for you. It has everything. It talks about that this is a 3-credit course, and these would be my office hours. So if you have this printed and you're like, oh, those are Mrs. Reyes's office hours, it tells you what the catalog descriptions are, what your objectives of learning from the course are. It gives you what your textbook is, and talks about Blackboard, attendance, things like that. So again, the syllabus is basically your roadmap. It will show everything that you're going to be graded on, what the grading scale is, talks about threaded discussions. And in mine, I always have, so for my online classes, again, probably a little more detailed than my face-to-face classes, but again, it then goes through exactly what the assignments are each week that you are in the class with me. As I go through this course information, there are several ways you can navigate in Blackboard. You can click down like this. This is the book for this class. Or I can go over here and I can click this arrow and it will bring me down the list of things that I need to look at. Okay, so there's all kinds of things in here that you should review for your course. One of the things that I have recognized over the years is this hardware and software, because we do use sometimes give our tests online and have them proctored. You need to make sure that you have a camera and a microphone that is able to be accessed. There's a tips to success that a lot of instructors have in their courses and so forth. Also, your online academic support is, we're going to continue to the site. Sorry. It is a safe site. My computer is just acting up. This will take you to the library to if you need help in advising, if you need your Blackboard help, counseling, again, the library, tutoring help. If you have accommodations for testing, this is where you would go for your testing. There's a writing center that I have my students use all the time to help you with your writing. So again, this is a great place, and it can be accessed in this instructor and course information under course information. There's another place, and we'll cover it again, is down here under resources and support. The next thing that I have in my Blackboard, and most instructors do as well, is instructor contact information. So again, it tells, there's a picture of me, it gives you my information and tells you my conference/office hours. And then the last thing under this section is called email. Email, this is kind of cool. If you want to email everybody in the course. If you're in a group, you can do it through sending email to your groups in the course. We don't have teaching assistants, so it doesn't matter. If you want to just email the students, you can do that. If you are in a class that has a couple of instructors, you can just do it to those. You can select people or you can select groups. So again, this is really cool, a super easy way to get a hold of everybody if you want to. One caveat, though, is when you do emails through this system, they cannot be responded to. So you cannot hit reply because if you do, it will go into a black hole and that person or instructor will not get the email from you. So what you do need to do is you need to make sure that you put your email, again, your triton.edu email, in the signature line, as well as I always tell my students to make sure that you are putting the course, whether subject's usually the best place, but at least somewhere in the body of the email as well, so that the student or the instructor knows exactly what course you are talking about, because most students take more than one. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and see if anybody has any questions on this. Have a great day.